Okay, good day, welcome back to my tutorial. This is the third part of this FPS tutorial game. So now in this part we're going to be making our player to move, because we've seen how he's able to view all parts of the scene. So now we're trying to make player to move, so we're going to create a script. In the session scripts we're going to create, in the folder we're going to create a description script. Our code is called move player. You can call it player movement if you want, but I'll just choose move player. And allow it to load, then I would like to load before I do all the other thing. Okay, now that it's there, we're gonna open the script. Just wait for the script to open. Yeah, now that the script is open, we're gonna do this next. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is under this place we do float. Then we call it x. Then we do is equals to input dot get axis, in brackets you use horizontal, the same way, so that mouse x the same way we see the horizontal in that project manager. So we use horizontal, yeah. Then we'll do the semicolon, then we do, and then we'll do again float z, float z is equal to input dot get axis, then in brackets we put, in the parentheses we use vertical, and put a semicolon. Then next we're going to be saying vector 3 then we're going to say we'll name it move is equals to transform dot right times x plus transform dot forward times z, then semicolon. Now we're gonna save this and we're gonna go back to Unity, because we're gonna add a character controller. So we're gonna go back to our Unity. So we'll go back to Unity. So allow the code to load first. So now under the player, sorry, not CT player, we're gonna say add components. Sorry, I need to say something. Yeah, so we're gonna say add components, and we're gonna say character controller. Yes, it's here. Now if you go to the scene, you're gonna see this greenish collider here. Then I'm just gonna do this minus point let's say 35. So let me make it go down a little bit. So that's it. Okay, it's okay. It's like a human being, but the human body is invisible, just the hand. So we're just gonna go back to our code. Now I'm coming. Oh, this code, next thing we're gonna do in this code, so next we're gonna say is public character controller, then we call it controller, semicolon, and I copy this. Then we go, then what we're gonna say is this, the controller we copied, Control V, controller dot move, and in bracket we use our vector. The vector we created was move, so I was gonna use in bracket. Good. So we'll put a semicolon. Then before we, because actually it's very good to have control over the speed of the player, so we have to create a public float here. We're gonna say public float, and we're gonna call it, let's say speed, because it's actually the speed. I will equate it to, for now I'll go with 10f. Yeah, I'll just go with 10F. Then when we move to the player, then the speed has an effect on the player movement. So same multiplied by the speed multiplied by time the delta time. So now we save our script, Ctrl S, and we'll head back to Unity. So let us save. It's not gonna take a couple of minutes, and it's done saving. Then we're dragging our move player to this. Yeah. So now the character controller, we're gonna drag it to this character controller space. Yeah. So now we just overrides. We're gonna apply it to all. Yeah. So now next thing we're gonna be doing. So what I want to do now is I want to save the scene because I don't think I've saved my scene. Ctrl S, and I'm just gonna name this okay, let's say import. So just call this this is my game scene. So just call it game. That's the name of the scene. Good. So now what we're gonna do next is we're gonna play the game. So let's watch how cool this game is. So remember we can move. So now let's see if we can move now. See? Nice, right? But I don't like we were moving. Okay, yeah, it's cool. You move. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so now what we're gonna be doing next is go back to the script. Because we need gravity now. You know this part we're gonna do gravity because what if you go up and you don't come down? So now we're gonna work on gravity. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna go under this 10F. We're gonna say enter. We're gonna say public. Sorry, I'm just gonna use vector 3. Vector 3. Then we say velocity. Semicolon. Then we enter public float gravity. I know the gravity is approximately 9.8 meters per second. So the 9.8, sorry, negative 9.8 F. Cool, right? Then we move down. Okay. Then we say velocity dot y is equal to gravity is equals to velocity plus gravity. Multiplied by time the delta time. Yeah, so semicolon. The next thing we're gonna say is we're gonna say controller dot move, and in bracket we're gonna put velocity. And close the bracket and put semicolon. No errors, okay? Oh yeah, I forgot. So we multiply by time the delta time. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna save this first. After saving it, we'll go head back to Unity to allow it to load first as usual. Because she guys test the game. She guys test it. So now next we're gonna do is to test it to see if actually gravity works. So we're gonna climb some objects and try and fall down. Okay, so okay, let me climb this. See, gravity already brought us down. So gravity is helping us come down. So that's good. We're very much wanted there. So now under this our first person shooter's character, not the player, we're gonna create an empty object. Oh no, I made a mistake. I mean, under the player, not under the first person character. So we'll create an empty. Yeah. Okay. So now what we're gonna do this game objects, we're gonna do minus 1.4, and maybe I'll just do this. Pick something like red. Yes, I commit to city. Correct. Then, okay, now we're gonna go back to our script, our C# script, and under this place, we're gonna say public bool, and we're gonna say is grounded. And semicolon. Okay. So the next thing we're gonna say is we're gonna go under this place. Yeah, we're gonna say is grounded is equals to physics dot check sphere, then in the brackets. Okay, so now we'll go back to our arrow box. So now we're gonna say ground check dot position, comma, ground distance, comma, and finally ground mask. Yeah, so now that's what we're gonna be doing. What we're gonna write now, the mask. So okay, now under the after this ground check box you did over here, we're going to enter. Then we're gonna say if, we're gonna use an if statement now, and in brackets is grounded and velocity. Why we use double and in C#, C++, one and is like is an assignment. So two and is operator is it means and, but one and means is an assignment. Okay. Velocity dot y and is less than 0. And close the bracket. And now if this is what is happening, then it's the velocity dot y is equals to minus 2f semicolon. Okay, so we're gonna save our script and we'll head back to Unity. I'll let you just load. Okay, it's done. Now we'll go back to our player, then you just apply all. Good. Okay, so now the player, we're gonna go to the layer and we're gonna say add layer. Then we're gonna add, okay, let me call this one ground. Then we'll go back to the player, and under the ground max we're gonna say make sure it's using ground. Okay, now we're using ground under the ground player, and you know pretty well that the street is also part of the ground. So we look for the street in our city. Well, there's a street here. So another layer of the street we're gonna put the ground. Yeah, change the children to. Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna rename this and call it ground check. I said I'm gonna rename this and call it ground check. Yeah, so call it ground check, ground check. Now under the player, I have the script. We'll make sure that we name the ground check. So we'll drag this ground check into this ground check. Now the ground check is this rare thing we made a little bit lower than our collider. Okay, so when I open my city, I want to add in some things. So the decorations, I want you to climb on them. So I'm gonna make the layers ground. Yes, even the children. Okay. So look at the blocks. Where are the blocks? Our blocks are not that big, but I don't want to climb on the blocks, but still make it ground. Yes, and the children. So the building, I don't want to climb on the building. Buildings are big, so let's be nice. And invisible walls, I don't want to climb on them. Then wood, they're also kind of big, so let's just leave these ones. So we're gonna test our game now. Okay, so let's just test it. Because next thing we're gonna into is the jumping of the player. Everything is under the player movement, so we're gonna for the jumping of the player. So let's just set this. Can we climb this? No. We should climb this. Yeah, you're very smooth. It's kind of stiff fast to me. Cool, okay. It's okay. But I still need to brighten up my skin, so I'm gonna work on the lighting setting later. Okay, this is good. So now what I'm gonna be doing now is I want to work on the jumping, so we'll go back to our scripts. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do now. Say if input dot get button down, because we're gonna use the spacebar button. The get button down, then in bracket jump, in parentheses, sorry, jump and is grounded. Now we're gonna see what's gonna happen now. Now what's gonna happen is that the velocity dot y is equals to 10. Okay, so now what we're gonna do next is I know we want to test the game, but before we do that, say public float jump height is equals to 2f semicolon. So now what we can do now is that instead of putting this 10 here, we can use the square root of the jump height times the gravity. So we'll use math then dot sq, yes, for the square root, then the brackets in parentheses you're gonna say jump height times -2 times gravity. Then close the parenthesis and you put a semicolon. Okay, since we're done, but before we close for this tutorial, well, there's one more thing we got to do. We're gonna add an animator for this player, but let's test how the jumping works before we start working on the animator and animations and animator. Okay, so let's play the game and test it now. Okay, Good, good. We jump. Okay. So now where's that truck? I'm looking for something. Okay. Can I place a little bit darker? Let's go. Cool. So we can jump, right? Yeah. Okay, now we can jump. That's okay for now. So okay. Now we're gonna work on the animations. Okay, so now our actually said that we should go to mix ammo to get new zombies, but it's just about painting and everything. So let's just use the zombie that this tutorial asset comes with. Is very cool. So let's just drag it into our scene. Okay, why is it hanging? Okay, now so let's just go to the view, same view. Then let me just drag it this way. Then I'll rotate it to nope on this axis 180 degree. Yeah, so let's see it now. Good. I love this look. Looks dangerous, evil and everything. It just deserves to die, but it's in a T position, so we'll need to go under the animations to start editing the animation. So we'll go under the zombie animation to start working on it. But I want a zombie didn't come with an animator, so we just add component. Alright, animator. Yeah. So now that animator, what I'm just gonna set drag is the zombie animator. So just drag the zombie animator into this. And let's play and see what the zombie does. The zombie just falls on the floor. Let's check if we have an error. Let me try this one. Let's see what it does with this one. Still falling on the floor. Okay. Okay, I just got the error now. I forgot. This is not meant to have it. So we'll remove the component. It's under the root that you're gonna see the animator. Yeah, just troubleshoot and find out. So we'll drag this into this place. Now let's test it. We'll see that the player is meant to, oh god, it's running too fast. Where is he? Okay, yeah, there's he. That's man. Zombie. You can see this, you're gonna run away. You can see this and stay in the same place. No, you can't do that. Okay. Okay, let's come back to game scene. Okay, see this tutorial went for the making of the player to move. So introducing the enemy AI is not gonna be right in this tutorial. So we're just gonna introduce it and just show what the enemy AI can do for just nothing anyway for now. So in the next tutorial we're gonna work on the enemy AI. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe to this channel until the next video is out.